Davis and Shakur Stevenson are headed to Netflix. Now,
I think Tank is gonna sleep Shakur Stevenson.
Between Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson on Netflix had the potential to become a huge streaming attraction. With the right promotion, the audience could climb to around 150 million viewers, and a pre-fight documentary build-up could push the numbers even higher, turning it into one of the most significant streaming events boxing has ever seen.
So I gotta bake another one. And I'm gonna continue where I left off. Because if you watch my video, the 175, I told you in that video, I don't know. I don't know if it's his weight. I don't know if it's not his weight. I was like, either it's his weight and that's heavy, or it's not his weight and he's lying. Now he's claiming basically he lied. Whoop-de-doo. Good job, Shakur. You lied to the public on your story and, you know, played some kind of game or troll. Like, most people that are going to do something like that, they'll troll, and then like maybe the next story will be like, nah, I'm just playing JK.
Davis will knock out Shakur Stevenson. According to a boxing analyst who brushed aside the doubts raised by Tim Bradley and Paulie Malignaggi, pointing to Stevenson's recent performance.
About Shakur going, you know, do this. I saw Tim Bradley saying Shakur going beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Paulie Malignaggi said the same thing. You know, look, I get it. You know, Shakur Stevenson has reached the heights of, he's a very skillful guy, right? His last fight, his last showing was very poor. You know what I'm saying? He didn't box, he ran the whole, you know, fight. And now he's taking on the mindset of, oh, I'm gonna get aggressive. If he do that, I'm telling you, even against Harunyan, if that man try to get aggressive and try to come forward and do all that, he getting stopped. Shakur Stevenson, don't get baited into that stuff.
Potential fight with Gervonta Davis, calling for a fair weight, no rehydration clause, and strict testing, showing his readiness to make the bout happen.
Hydration clause. I don't want nothing that's going to take away from me actually beating him. So he could come in, long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's going to have to be a lot of testing. It's going to have to be like some real testing. And I'm with it. Like, let's make it happen there.
Mocked Shakur Stevenson as an easy matchup, brushing off his defensive approach as simple running and avoidance rather than true ability.
The hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
His what defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you feel like that's easy?
Yeah,
hold on, but you feel like it's easy?
Floyd Mayweather Jr. doesn't simply train, he delivers a masterclass in pure obsession. The music may be blasting and cameras could be rolling, but the moment the bell rings, everything turns strictly to business. Stevenson turned criticism of his boring fights into praise, arguing that it highlights his dominance and exposes his opponent's shortcomings.
And people were using the word boring, which is why over the last couple of fights, you stood right in the ring. You weren't running from anybody.
That's a compliment.
I understand. That's what I'm asking. That's where I'm coming. How did you feel when you were hearing people say that stuff?
It's a compliment.
Because
it's like, okay, you got an NBA team, right? Mm-hmm. They go smash people 128 to 70 points every time they go out there.
Right.
That's boring to watch, right?
Yeah.
That's boring for you to watch, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not competitive.
Yeah, it's not competitive.
That's my fights.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're complimenting me when you say, oh, he's boring. I'm making guys like Teal look like nothing.
Does it ever make you feel compelled to make fights more interesting?
I did. I did my fight before this. I fought William Zepeda. I stood in the pocket.
Yep.
I took some punches for the fans. I showed them where my heart was at.
Stevenson suggested that several top fighters were hesitant to face him, fearing exposure on a big stage. When asked for names, he stayed cautious, avoiding direct accusations. As specific fighters came up, Stevenson remained composed, steering clear of speculation. About Ryan Garcia, he noted that recent callouts only mattered if Garcia followed through. And when Devin Haney was mentioned, Stevenson emphasized that the truth would show itself once contracts were signed and the fight began.
He got embarrassed for y'all.
You on the Stephen A. Smith show? You on the Stephen A. Smith show, bro? So give it to me. Give me names. Who's scared to get embarrassed? Who Teofimo wasn't? Who's scared to get embarrassed? I need names.
I'm not a names guy. Like I can't keep.
Can I say the names?
You can call it.
I'm asking. Can I
call
say names?
whatever names you want?
Gervonta Davis scared?
Hey man, like I said, I don't speak on that dude.
Is Ryan Garcia scared?
He been saying my name lately. Let's see if he really stick with it.
Is Devin Haney scared?
We'll see. It'll come to fruition on fight night.
Davis is gearing up for a major comeback, according to his coach Calvin Ford, and is ready to take on any challenger, including champions and even retired fighters like Floyd Mayweather Jr.
And I guarantee you something gonna happen. Everybody miss Tank fight. You know, when he come back, it gotta be the right fight because we wanna entertain. Things happen for a reason to make a person much stronger. One of the guys that y'all truly love is not in the mix right now, but he will be back in the mix. Y'all gotta remember, Tank been doing this shit since he was 7 years old. Sometimes you need that reset. Him being away, you know, going through things that he's been going through, this crazy ass stuff. You know, he looks.
Expressed respect for Gervonta Davis, calling him a smart and explosive fighter capable of boxing as effectively as he can punch. Crawford believes that Davis's devastating power would make him the toughest test of Shakur Stevenson's career. When asked who hits hardest among today's elite, Crawford didn't hesitate. Davis, without question, a fact the boxing world.
He's smart. He can box and he's explosive. I see that being Shakur's toughest fight because of the power.
Who the most powerful out of them three?
Tank, hands down.
Shaped by styles. He noted that Shakur Stevenson had recently shown a willingness to trade in the pocket with a high-volume opponent, taking shots and responding with counters. However, Bradley cautioned that this approach wouldn't work against a heavier hitter or a top counter specialist. Looking ahead, he suggested Stevenson focus more on movement, precise positioning, and controlled counters. Bradley also highlighted the importance of hand protection, implying Shakur could evolve into a calculated, Floyd Mayweather Jr. style technician, prioritizing precision, defense, and smart victories over.
Shakur stood there against this guy, inside the pocket, you know, high volume puncher, absorbs for shots countered. He can't do that with another guy, you know, who's a little bit more of a bigger puncher or bigger threat, you know, or, that's a damn, real good counter puncher. He's gonna have to be a little bit more savvy inside the ring, use his movement, you know, offset him and counter, you know, effectively. So I'm not expecting Shakur to have this type of performance every time he set foot in the ring. But, you know, moving forward, I'm thinking possibly we're going to see that, you know, get out of the way, hit, counter, you know, because these hands, man, they're not going to hold up. So he's going to turn a little bit into more of a Mayweather type of fighter where he's just, he's
Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, the analyst sided with Stevenson without hesitation. Based purely on styles, he said he would choose Shakur any day of the week. Stevenson's defensive precision and growing offensive confidence, he argued, give him an advantage over a fighter who throws fewer punches. Still, he admitted the scenario changes if Davis is fully dialed in. Tank's accuracy and fight-changing power make him a threat at any moment. One clean shot could alter everything instantly. The real question, he noted, is how Stevenson would respond if hit with something that truly tested him, something that could shift the entire flow of the fight.
All day, 7 days a week. But if we get it all the way locked in, Tank Davis, it's a little bit more of a difficult fight. You know, if you really think about the style matchup between these two, you got one of the best defensive fighters, if not the best defensive fighter in the game. And you got one of the most accurate fighters, you know, power punches in the game as well. But you have one that throws less punches. He probably had many of these top guys at 135 pounds, he throws the least amount of punches. You got a guy like Shakur who showed you that he has offense. You know, I think stylistically would favor Shakur, you know, based upon his defense and his offense now. But again, all the way locked in. All it takes is one. Give or take. You know, and if he lands that one, man, it could, I don't know, it could be bad for Shakur. It could be not. Maybe Shakur takes it. You know what I mean? We really haven't seen Shakur.
Gervonta Davis has one of boxing's most dangerous physiques, compact, explosive, and designed for knockouts. While he's often shorter than his opponents, Tank makes up for it with broad shoulders, powerful legs, and a rock-solid core that delivers immense torque on every punch.
Come.
Sheer size, it's about efficiency. Every muscle has a role, enabling him to unleash punches with astonishing speed and fight-changing power. To future plans, Coach Bernie was clear about his goals. He's aiming for the biggest fights now. With Shakur Stevenson open to facing either Davis, American boxer, or Lamont Roach Jr.
I mean, look, like you said, I'm ready to fight Tank or Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach got a big name right now. His name is buzzing. Tank, of course, you know. But hell, let's get the Shakur fight. Let's get the Tank fight. That's what we want to see. Stop playing around. What's this? Fuck, the summer almost over, bro. It's about to be the fall, man. I don't know. That's what I would want to see. You want to have your approval in yourself, but you want to have the people's approval too. You know what I mean? And I know them fighters, they desperately seek that because at the end of the day, they want to be calculated up there. You know what I mean? And man, I want to say just keep him active, keep fighting, and just watching him show.
Returning to the friction between Tank and Floyd Mayweather Jr., Gervonta Davis him. According to Tank, Floyd had been taking shots at him, and once he noticed, he couldn't ignore it. Davis emphasized that he never acted against Mayweather without cause, but once he felt targeted, he responded in kind. When asked if it was just a big brother versus little brother perspective, Tank rejected that idea, stating he was surpassing Floyd at a younger age. Then came the revelation. Davis claimed he had a deal Floyd wasn't even aware of yet, one bigger than anything Mayweather had ever signed. He promised the numbers would speak for themselves when the news dropped.
Gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
this is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.